Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Katsuki listener by me, so let's get into it. The gym was quiet, save for the rhythmic thud of your punches against the bag. Sweat trickled down your brow, and your knuckles stung. But you did not stop. You couldn't stop. The relentless motion dulled the ache in your chest, the nagging voice in your head that wouldn't let you forget. He didn't notice Katsuki standing in the doorway until he spoke, his voice gruff, but tinged with curiosity. "You've been at this for hours. What's up with you?" You froze mid-punch, your heart lurching at the sound of his voice. Turning slightly, you saw him leaning against the doorframe, his crimson eyes sharp as ever, scanning you like you were a puzzle he couldn't quite solve. "Nothing," you mumbled, wiping your face with your sleeve, and he snorted, crossing the room in a few long strides. "Don't give me that crap. You're all wound up. What's going on?" he said, grabbing the bag to stop its sway. And your hands instinctively moved to cover your arms, but the action only made his eyes narrow. He noticed everything. He always did. "I said it's nothing, Katsuki," you said, trying to sound firm, and he stepped closer, his voice dropping to a softer, almost dangerous tone. "Don't lie to me." Your resolve crumbled under his gaze, and with a shaky breath, you tucked up the sleeves of your hoodie, revealing the scars that laced your arms. They were rather faded, jagged reminders of battles you barely walked away from, and you couldn't bring yourself to look at his face, unable to see the disappointment that you were undoubtedly sure of. Your voice trembling as you spoke. "They're hideous, aren't they? I don't want you to see them. Why can't you understand that?" For a moment, there was silence, and you had the feeling that he was judging you. Of course he had to be. What else could he be doing? And then, he reached out, his fingers brushing over the scars, with surprising, unexpected gentleness that you never really just saw coming from him. After all, he was Katsuki. He was not someone who was known for his gentleness. He was someone known for the way he was brash, or loud, or violent. But with you, he could be something else entirely, especially if you needed it. "These?" he said, his voice quieter than you've ever heard it. And you nodded, your stomach twisting. "Yeah, these." He huffed, and you braced yourself for some sharp remark, but it never really came. You thought he would tell you how much of an idiot you were being, how silly you were, how this was just a simple scar and you couldn't really complain about it. It was unnecessary to do so. And yet, instead, all he did was tilt your chin up, forcing you to meet his gaze, and his eyes burned with intensity. But there was no anger, only determination. "You know you're a damn idiot if you think these make you weak," he said firmly. "There are proof of your past battles, proof you fought like hell. You think I care about some scars? I care about you, Ion. Don't be an idiot, okay?" Tears pricked at your eyes, because no matter how much you thought about this, you never thought he would respond like that. Katsuki was not the best person when it came to emotions, or reassuring people. It just wasn't his thing, and you would never blame him for it. It was not what you expected anyway, and not what you asked for. All you wanted was just to know that he loved you. And yet, he was able to give you more than that. He was able to make you feel a lot more confident, to reassure you in a way you never really thought he was able to. And perhaps it was not an innate thing, really. You were certain it wasn't. But here he was, stepping out of his comfort zone, and his inability to be able to be good with words, to talk to someone in such a vulnerable way, just to make you feel better in your own skin. And as you cupped your face, he whispered, "Look at me. I love every part of you, even the parts you don't. Got it?" And you couldn't help yourself but nod, tears slipping down your cheeks. "Got it," he whispered right back. You felt lucky to have him, to know that he was always willing to stand by you like this, that he was willing to do anything to see you smile instead of those tears. And he pulled you into his chest, his arms wrapping around you like a shield that was protecting you from those comments that you said. Because all you really needed protection from was yourself. And he would be there for that. He was certain that he would do his best to be there with you when you needed him most. "All right. Now stop beating yourself up and let me take care of you for once, dumbass," he muttered, and you couldn't help but laugh through the tears, nodding, and just letting yourself relax into his hold. After all, it's been a long while since you were able to do this, and you were more than relieved to be able to do this with someone who cared about you as you deserved to be cared for. You needed this more than anything in the world, and right now, you are more than grateful to have it. And as for Katsuki, he was ready to do this every single day if he had to, if it would keep you happy, and if it would help you realize just how powerful and strong and beautiful you were, and just how loved every part of you was. And he would make sure he would let you know, at every single opportunity that he got, he was not going to back down on any single one.